We know the way to San Jose, heart of the Silicon Valley and home to the San Jose State Spartans, and anticipation has been high all week for this one. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Kentucky Wildcats taking on the winners of 8 straight, the San Jose State Spartans. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So San Jose State's offense takes the field to start this game off. Here he comes. Defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
He'll try the left side. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Right back to the well. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
You know, in the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He'll try to pop the draw. Turns it on at midfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Unloads it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
They'll try the run. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback checking off. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Brown will throw it. Makes his connection. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because he gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The Spartans will line it up on 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
They'll give it to the back. Got enough space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll put the tight end in motion. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Spartans. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Wildcats offense will go to work for the first time today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. It'll be a draw. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Brown wants to pass. He uncorks one deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that pass picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the...
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Man, oh, man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front, too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Brown will throw it. Spits it out to the back. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that 1st down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the 1st down marker. Get in there and get it.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Bates. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. And the Spartans are marching down the field. On the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Brown wants to pass. Working that left side now. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
The give to the back. On the move at the 30. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter. San Jose State is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll give it to him again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, San Jose State. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Rutgers is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Oregon. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Rodriguez. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. Love the way he didn't just run. Found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
He's got enough to move the chains for Kentucky.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Getting some heat. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. They're testing the right side here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him for the sack.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Brown will throw it. Makes the grab on the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball out of the backfield.
He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
The Spartans will punt this one away. This will be their 1st punt of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0. But, David, you don't score here, and it can get a little tricky fast.
If you don't score here, if you don't possess the football and put something together to give your defense a little bit of a blow, it's not the ideal start. But it ain't like this game's late in the football game. Create some momentum here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, momentum's a real thing in college football. This team needs the juju to get going. That 1st quarter is one they'd love to forget. So find your best playmakers now. Get them isolated. Get them the football and let them go to work.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. They go to the ground. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. It's a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose.
Well, on that third down play, I think the quarterback's got to do a little bit of better job really selling the pass. I think he kind of hurried it up too fast, got the ball to the running back. He didn't fool anybody. Back got tackled for loss. Now it's fourth.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. I mean, you've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to go up top on first down. He finds his man. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. Second down coming up. To the ground with the back. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Brown wants to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. This time it's complete. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They're going back to the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
6th play of the drive coming up. Dialing up a second down pass play. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Zings it complete to the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Throws toward the end zone. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Brown will throw it. Coming after him. He breaks a tackle. Skips away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got room at the 35. Can anyone catch him? Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Direct snap. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, San Jose State. They've extended the lead and taking control here in Week 9.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in San Jose than you have? A captivating game so far. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They started this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look at the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Red pass is complete. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough to make an attack.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
They've got the screen set up. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness.
And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
This drive facing a little adversity now. A 10-yard loss leaves him with 2nd and 20. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. At the 20, he's got space.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Kentucky. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense.
He's going up top. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Spartans! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
6. Third down coming.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Right back to the well. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll run play action. Finds his back in the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always... throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Jet sweep to the receiver. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
You know this defense was practicing and game planning for this guy in particular. They knew with his speed at receiver, not only would he be catching the football, but they were going to get him involved in the run game as well. That defense looked ready for that play.
Trying to get rid of it. It falls incomplete, and man, did they think they had that one set up, and it didn't quite work. Punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anderson. Off he goes. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky!
and the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
28, Kentucky, 14.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The San Jose State up. Field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Here's the give off the left side. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Brown wants to pass. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And it's incomplete. The defense knocks it away as we have knocked down 3 quarters and head to the 4th. That's the end of the quarter. San Jose State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be in.
Incomplete.
That is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem.
Continues to fight for yards. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
Power football with the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. And he grabs it at the 15. Touchdown, Wildcats. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Late in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously.
Going for the big play. And he makes the catch at the 25. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Spartans. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
Well, the quarterback does a great job with his decision-making. He found the matchup he wanted one-on-one. His tight end's able to stretch the field. He makes the catch, and he does the rest of the work himself, running it into the end zone.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field, looking for a productive play on 1st down. The run from the shotgun. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Quickly complete. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they featured him today.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Trying to slam in. Touchdown, San Jose State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Coleman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. It's complete on the right side. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore. Right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are in the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. 4th quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal. That might seem like a risky call to go for it on 4th down there, but you can't just hand the defense a win in that spot, David.
No, and when you go back and you look at games, a lot of times those field goals get you beat. And this offense is like, forget that, we're going to be aggressive. And because they got it, it was a great call.
Snap it to the back. Touchdown, San Jose State! And the beatdown has ensued. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
49, Kentucky.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
He wants a big play here late. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Wildcats! A great catch and run for 6.
Number 86.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000. But I like that they continue to fight.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. The offense set for a 1st down play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Catch in the middle. It's Darasol. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
1st and goal.
Defense looks like they're coming. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. A little release to the back. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they take it in for 6.
Number 32.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And he added the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock. He's taking the shot. He caught it, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Spartans. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Looking for, just keeps moving. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll throw it on first down. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offenses that just boom in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on the show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.